Hello, dear friends. So you see, we have met again. And the topic of our lesson is still the same, Australia, the unknown southern land. But beforehand, we'll check up our home task and we shall see how you cope with our exercises. We are still interested in the use of future tenses, future simple, present simple, and future continuous. So let's get started. 1, 2, 3, and you will open page 295, and our first exercise is number 4. It was your home task, and the task was to make up sentences. There are some phrases which will help you to do this task. 1. The plane takes off to play a computer game. And the example, which is going to be our pattern. As soon as the plane, I'm interested to know what you will write here. I will do this task this way. As soon as the plane, and you should write takes. Remember, no future in such position because you're speaking about conditions. As soon as the plane takes, no will take. Alex, remember it. As soon as the plane takes off, Mr. Wilson will be playing a computer game. Hey, I hope you don't mind if I simplify the sentence and make it shorter. He will be playing a computer game. A computer game. Your first sentence is ready. Future simple or future continuous? This is our basic question. Will be playing. You should understand this action will be durative. It will last for some time. So, is it future simple or future continuous? Shakespeare will answer this question definitely. It's future continuous. Next, lunch is brought to talk to the passenger next to him. What will happen after that? As soon as lunch, and again, you can't use any future here because it is our condition. Well, with the help of this condition, you will formulate your idea better. As soon as lunch is brought, he, of course we mind Mr. Wilson, he will be talking. Alex, not taking, but talking to the passenger next to him. To the passenger next to him. And again, will be talking. Yeah, you've guessed it right, it is future continuous. Then no smoking notice appears to sleep. Wonderful. As soon as the no smoking notice appears. Now try to write on your own if you haven't done it beforehand. Mr. Wilson, he will be sleeping. Next, the video is turned on. You shouldn't change anything. Just do the way it looks. As soon as the video is turned on, Hey, and what will he be doing? That's right, he will be watching a film. He will be watching a film. The plane starts landing. And again, as soon, I will write it again. It looks a bit awkward. as soon as the plane starts landing. Hey, you've got look through the window. What will he be doing? He will be looking through the window. You know there is a big difference between future continuous and future simple. And I hope that you have chosen the right grammar tense, the right grammar form. That's why after we have done exercise 4, let's do exercise 5, or I better say, let us look through this exercise. Let's see how you've coped with it. Number 5, I'll phone you when? When I arrive. Again, the rule of conditionals works well. You say, I arrive. No future in the second part of the sentence. Come at 7. You've got have dinner to be able to join us. I wonder what kind of form will you show? Will you write? Come at 7. We will be having. Please mind how this form is, looks is better. Will be having, and you will be able to. To be able is the form of the word can. You will be able to join us. Number 3, what you do when you arrive at the hotel. What? Absolutely. What will you do? Or you can say, what will you be doing? These versions are acceptable here. What will you do when you arrive at the hotel? And again, after such words, when, after, as soon as, you shouldn't use any future. Only present tenses are available, are welcome. Next. 4. If mother, what? Yeah, comes. If mother comes home early, we will go to the cinema. We will go to the cinema together. It is your intention, it is your idea. That's why future simple will be just right for the situation. 5. You can see you've got to choose between the future, present, and future continuous. You see us when we climb that hill over there. You? Oh yes, you will see us when we climb. Mind the word climb, it is French, that's why you write the letter B, but you don't pronounce it. 6. Who? Here is another dilemma. What to say, future simple or future continuous? Who to play football tomorrow? What is your variant? I'm choosing between future simple and future continuous, thinking how long it will last. Who will play, or here you can use will be playing. 2 variants are possible. Number 7. You look at me when I dance on the stage. It's a question. That's why you should put these words in the right position, in the right order. Begin. Will you look? Or you can say, will you be looking? Yes, it is possible here because sometimes the action takes more time. Will you look at me when I, and here you can say only, dance. Dance. There is no more space left for me, but there is a lot of space for you to think. Exercise 8. Oh, sentence 8, sorry. When you've got tell. Waiting. No, I'm not writing. You are doing it on your own. When will you tell me? When will you tell me what I should do with these books? as you see, we have started our lesson practicing grammar. Again and again, grammar is important, but it's not everything. That's why going forward, I would like you to look at the blackboard because we've got two contrasting English sounds. You know me. You know how careful I am with pronunciation, and I would like you to follow me now. Let's first focus on the sound ah. Say ah. Open your mouth wider. Ah. Anne has a hat in her handbag. Now move faster. Anne has a hat in her handbag. You're feeling tired because it's really very difficult to pronounce this sound. You should make it intense. Anne has a hat in her handbag. Now smile and show me your lips. Oh, hello. Say eh, eh, eh. Quite a contrasting sound. 10 men, 7 hedges. And again, 10 men, 7 hedges. 10 men, 7 hedges. 10 men, 7 hedges. Now, can you please look at me again and compare these sounds? Man, men. It's obvious. These sounds are quite different. You have seen the word mend. You're interested to know what it means. It is to repair, ремонтувати, чинити. Now we can do another task. It is waiting for you. Open your books again. Find our new words. This is page 293, exercise 33. The task is to find words with these sounds. First of all, find words with the sound ah. Ah. What words have you found? My choice. Naturally, but nature. Sandy. Inhabit. Inhabited. Uninhabited. The sound eh. Eh. Yeah, absolutely. Territory. Generally. Hemisphere. Berry. Except. Now, can you find these words in English? Півкуля. Тропичний. Природньо. Натуральне. Майже. Ягода. Абрикоска. Болотистий. Займати. Населяти. Безлюдний. Найменше. Персик. В загальному. Ведучий. And now, friends, let's play a game. You know this game and we have played it a lot of times. You've got some words. Let's start it with a combination of two words. Tropical, citrus. Have you got any idea how to make up a sentence with these words? And remember, we are speaking about Australia. My dear, there are many citrus. Mind the word citrus. You can write it with OU, or you can simply write the letter O. It'll be quite enough. There are many citrus fruits on this tropical island. But of course, you can have your own version. Now you've got three words. Inhabit, vast, territory. Any idea? How many people inhabit this vast territory? Lovely, don't you think so? And now, as real champions, we are making up a longer sentence with 4 basic words. Naturally, lonely, swampy areas. Naturally, Australia has got lots of lonely, swampy areas, which is really true. Friends, the more words the better. Now let us make them up. You will open your books again, finding page 297. Look at exercise 8, section A, and formulate your new forms. For example, sand. And what about adjectives? For example, песчаный, sandy, sandy. All you have to do is to add the ending, the suffix y. Here it is. Let me put it here. Yeah. Swamp. Swampy, болотистый. Water. Watery, водянистый. Wind. Windy. Cloud. No cloudly, only cloudy. Хмарный. Grass. Grassy, травянистый. Rain. Rainy. Дождевый. Sun. Sunny. Don't forget to double the letter N. Snow. Snowy. Снежный. Salt. Salty. Соленый. Sugar. Sugary. Сахарный. Солодкий. Melt. Oh, no. I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused. Mist. Misty. Туманный. Misty. As you know, friends, this letter Y helps us to form adjectives. And adjectives describe different things. For example, what can be sandy? Sandy areas. For example, what can be cloudy? Cloudy days. What can be grassy? A grassy territory. What can be snowy? Snowy winter. What can be windy? Windy morning. I hope that your phrases will be also different. Now let us use all these words in another meaning. It is a meaning of contrast, antonyms. Last lesson we spoke about the way to form antonyms. We used two prefixes, an and in. And unfortunately, there is no rule regarding the usage of these prefixes. You should remember these words and use them very carefully. For example, look at exercise A, section B, and form your contrasting adjectives, antonyms. Inhabited. What will you say? Un or uninhabited? Uninhabited. Nezaseleni. Occupied. Yeah, it's unoccupied. Nezaseleni. Nezaiman, you can say. Dependent. Independent. Nezależny. Definite. You have remembered the article, that's true. Indefinite. Covered. Uncovered. Populated. Unpopulated. Comfortable. Uncomfortable. Complete. Incomplete. Known. Unknown. This is the name of the country or of the continent or the island we are speaking about today. It is called Australia. Probably you have heard this name and started this topic at your lessons. And today you will have a chance to speak about it in detail. One more thing, we have already started reading the story and translated one part of the text. Now, I would like you to look on the screen. I'm going to take off these words. Wait a sec. Now the film is appearing. It will take us several seconds. But beforehand, you will open your books and we shall see what kind of proper names we'll need now. Open page 286, exercise 19. Yeah, so the picture is appearing. 1. Read after me. The Indian Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Murray River, the Gibson Desert, Europeans, Australia, Antarctica, Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne, Darwin, the Great Sandy Desert, the Great Victoria Desert, the Southern Hemisphere, the Australian Capital Territory, New Zealand, New South Wales, Queensland, Brisbane, Adelaide, Western Australia, Northern Territory, Alice Springs, Tasmania. Oh, you got very good pronunciation. Now let us watch some episodes from this film.
Of dream.
Wait a sec.
The world's smallest continent and largest island. This vast country is vibrant, multicultural, and full of spectacular scenery. Welcome to Australia. Join us as we discover the land down under. Misk Travel Guide brings you the ultimate travel guide to Australia. More than most other developed countries, Australia seizes the imagination. For most visitors, its name is shorthand for an endless summer where the living is easy, a place where the adventures are as vast as the horizons, and the jokes flow as freely as the beer.
Well, this is Australia. Now, can you please answer my first questions? Can you tell me where Australia is located? That's right, Australia lies in the Southern Hemisphere. Now, can you say what the capital of the country is? That's true, it's Canberra. Can you tell me definitely if Australia is a country, a continent, or an island? It's 3 in 1. Australia is a continent, Australia is an island, and it's a country. Can you tell me what oceans it is washed by? Definitely, it is washed by the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. What can you say about it? Do you know any information about this wonderful country? It is extraordinary, незвичайний, unusual. And by the way, here you can find some animals which live only here, nowhere else. That's why let's explore Australia together, because in old times it was called incognita, which means an absolutely unknown land. Well, now you have opened your books and we'll continue speaking about this country, mentioning some details. How is Australia divided? Well, this is page 298. Let's continue our story. As you see, Australia is divided into 6 states and 2 territories. Now, you will take your pencils because you will really need them. I'm reading stories one by one, and you will find 1 or maybe 2 basic sentences which will characterize these parts very clearly, very vividly. 1. New South Wales is Australia's leading industrial state. Most people live along the east coast and most of them are in Sydney. Sydney is also the largest city in Australia. What sentence can characterize New South Wales? Here, you have found it on the map. New South Wales. That's true. It is the leading industrial state and Sydney is its biggest city. In Victoria, most people live in the south. Melbourne is the capital of the state and the largest city. Sheep and wheat are the main products here. Citrus fruits, grapes, peaches and apricots are grown along the Murray River. Of course, I quite agree with you. I will underline. Melbourne is the capital of Victoria. Sheep and wheat, citrus fruits, grapes, peaches and apricots are main industries, are main activities here. Queensland, you have found it on the map. One of the biggest territories, one of the biggest states in Australia. Queensland is Australia's second largest state. Brisbane, its capital, is situated on the east coast. Queensland has long, beautiful sandy beaches. Its coast is a popular place for holidaymakers. The climate along the east coast is hot and humid. It is the tropical corner of Australia. Bananas and other tropical fruits are grown here. Most of the land in the south is too dry for farming. Some of Australia's most unproductive desert lands occupy the bigger part of the state. What is your idea? Well, first of all, you should underline the following sentence. It is the second largest state in Australia. And what is its main city? Of course, it's Brisbane. What about its activities? I'd rather underline this sentence. It's a popular place for holidaymakers, and most of the land in the south are too dry for farming. The state of Western Australia is dry and inhospitable except the southwestern corner of the state. Nearly all the state's farms, sheep stations and fruit gardens are situated there. The rest of the state is dry desert land with very few towns or lonely cattle stations. That's true. It is too dry and inhospitable, and here you can find lonely standing farms and fruit gardens. It's too dry for farming, which is actually true. South Australia is the third largest state. Most of South Australia's people, farms and industry are in the southeastern part of the state. Adelaide is the capital and the largest city. Most of South Australia is too dry for farming. Farming very much depends on irrigation or underground water. Some of Australia's most unproductive desert lands occupy the greater part of the state. Wheat and fruit, apricots, pears, peaches, nectarines and grapes are grown along the lower part of the Murray River. What is interesting about South Australia? It's the third largest state and Adelaide is its capital. Besides, most of its territory is too dry for farming. And look here, you can also underline this sentence. Wheat and fruit are grown along the lower part of the Murray River. Tasmania. Tasmania, the island state, is sometimes called the Apple Isle. I love apples because it produces most of Australia's apples. Tasmania is one of the few places in Australia that have enough rain all year. Tasmania is Australia's leading producer of pears and berries of different kinds. Potatoes are also grown in some areas. Naturally, it's an island state and it is the leading producer of fruits and potatoes. And finally comes Northern Territory. Northern Territory is the least populated and least developed part of Australia. Crocodiles still live in some of the swamps along the coast. Darwin is its capital and the only large settlement in the north. Alice Springs, generally called Alice or the Alice, is the only town in the south. Your idea? Your choice? It is the least populated and the least developed part. Darwin is its capital. We have started a story mentioning the capital of Australia. It's Canberra. And this city does not belong to any state or territory. It forms its own area, which is called the Australian Capital Territory. And by the way, it occupies a huge area of 2,432 square kilometers. That's how the story goes. What will you do next? Next, you will try to speak about these territories or states, and you will try to remember some distinguishing features of each territory. Then you will do the following tasks. Let's mark the tasks. А зараз мы починаем записывать домашнее задание. Итак, вы прослушали и проработали вторую часть текста про Австралию. Мы с вами остановились на страничке 289. Вашим заданием будет попробовать описать кратко территории и штаты Австралии, тем более, что предложение мы уже подчеркнули. На сегодняшний день вы должны были сделать упражнение 21. Вам нужно было отметить словами true, false или фразой don't know предложение, с которым вы согласны. Кроме того, я хочу, чтобы вы ответили устно, повторяя устно на вопрос упражнения 22. После этого, закрывая работу над темой, вы еще раз перечитаете текст упражнения 20. 20, страничка 286. Не забудьте, что меня интересуют слова. Пожалуйста, их много, вам нужно их повторить. Это упражнение 33, страничка 293. Если хотите, пропишите их. Пожалуйста, посмотрите, или вы можете легко с ними справиться. И не забудьте, те ребята, которые не выполнили домашнее письменное задание, пришлите мне, пожалуйста, ваши версии на Viber. Я по-прежнему их жду. Пожалуйста, я жду ваших письменных заданий. Thank you, friends. See you next time. Goodbye. And please be healthy. Goodbye.